So look at our overviews. We've got regions control 23, victory condition is take 25. We've got two more regions to get, and then it'll be a victory for the Scottish faction. So we've taken over Chester just so we've got a lot of troops in Chester. We're going to build a few buildings, repair, gunsmith, blacksmith, and church. We're going to build, what's going to build? There's going to be a high proportion of English and Welsh in this town. So we're going to build probably something fast. So we're going to build Town Hall. That'll be a fast injection of happiness. Repair those other buildings. We're going to build the armour as well. We're probably going to capture these two settlements quite soon. We've got William Wallace is down here capturing or sieging Shrewsbury. We've got a fairly good army there. We've got two ballista. I haven't actually built any cannons just yet. And we've got our secondary general over here, slightly better army, a little bit more offensive, got more of the spear militia. He's attacking Nottingham. So this guy he's basically a 25-year-old 5-star general, fairly loyal as well, and born conqueror. So this guy started off as like a 4-star general, and I'm gradually ranking him up. So just check out Wallace right here. Could probably do with some more troops, to be honest. Got a unit of Highlanders. Can he recruit anyone? Welsh spearmen. I think what we might do is we might give him some more units if we can get more troops down. Got some billmen. Got English heavy billmen. We'll give them to Wallace. Hopefully they'll get through if I get attacked. So Lancaster's got a load of troops as well. And more troops over in Newcastle. And also Lincoln as well. So plenty of troops here. Not long before we actually win. That's the best army we have to attack. So we're probably going to keep on sieging till later on. Check out this army. So we're going to end the turn there. So we've got a guild improvement Edinburgh Master Merchants Guild. It's basically just to more trade, promotes more trade. So we're going to accept this. We've got plenty of florins. Time for everyone. The citizens of the city of Milan can now claim to be the most punctual in the known world. Or at least their overseers and taskmasters can claim to know when their workers are tardy. Screen's a bit small. An expensive mechanical clock has been set atop a tower so that everyone from prince to pauper may see the time displayed from the city streets. It's basically they've developed time. You're going through some of the medieval history right there. Assassination mission. We've got to assassinate the guy here. I think we're probably going to win before we complete this mission. We got Wallace right here. We can do Wallace. We're going to have to disband these Highlanders. They're only like 20 strong. Disband these guys. We're putting the English bowmen. Some extra troops right there. And got the siege against Nottingham. So I think we're going to attack here. We've got the Barons Alliance, that's the capital. We're going to attack it. We've got plenty more troops than the enemy. So ratio of 4 to 3. We've got Wallace right here. It says here, command on the battlefield. This man's will is always realised. He's a true master of warfare and he's got shitloads of stars. You expect that off William Wallace. He actually gets bonuses versus the English as well. I don't know about the Barons Alliance, but Wallace is a true hero of Scotland. So we're going to fight this battle. Hopefully it won't be too difficult. The actual ratio is like 4 to 3. But that takes into account the fact that we're in a siege. If we can nullify some of the disadvantages from the shield, from the siege, AG getting bottlenecked, it's not actually that bad. It's more like probably like 5 to 1. We're going to increase the camera speed, I think. Camera movement speed, increase that. Don't know about rotation speed, okay that. That's a bit faster. Still got to personalise the preferences file and make some groups here. So we'll put Highlanders as, make them group 4, Pike group 1, oh, Spears, put them there. There's no way you want to have the Highland Nobles as using Siege. Pretty stupid. These guys are really powerful. Don't have a lot of armor though. Well, they've got better armor, but in comparison to arrows that get fired and knights, they don't have that much armor, but they have a really powerful attack. And we've got our ballista here. Put our ballista here, and we'll try and get a hole in the wall. Okay, we'll go for, put the ballista. If we can maybe move this out of the way. Put the ballista right here. And they'll fire through that wall. Okay, we've got, he's on a battering ram. What's he got? He's got a battering ram. Battering rams are so bad. Don't want them to have towers. Got a tower as well. And the billman has ladders. Take these back and take back the archers. So we're gonna get the, where's Wallace? Wallace needs to stay safe. Put him behind the trees. Let's start this battle. So we're gonna fire, hopefully fire through the walls right there. There's town militia. So the difference between medieval Total War and Rome Total War, town militia are actually fairly good in medieval 2 Total War. They have a lot better stats. Just check out the armor. These guys are, if you compare these guys to normal troops, these guys have, that's like padded leather, proper shield, proper spear. So one guy gets shot by the arrows just there. So they're much better in medieval than Total War. Medieval Total War than Rome Total War. There's two lots of town militia on either side. He's got some there, some there. He's got some ballista right here. Looks like he's going to move this ballista possibly outside the walls. If he does that, we use our border horse and run them down. And he's got more units here, so more spear militia. So it looks like they're just going to move these guys down. They're going to actually move the ballista outside the castle. So the wall is down to 32%. Hopefully we can crack through this wall. And he has a unit of General's Bodyguard in the centre of the town. So we're going to keep it on triple speed. Again, we're just trying to shoot through the wall. The ballista is right bang set up. They can hardly miss at this range. And you can see there the wall is getting gradually reduced. So if you notice that in previous videos, well, at the start of the campaign, this ballista unit, it could take down wooden walls really easily. When you start fighting proper castles, the walls get thicker and thicker, fortresses get really thick walls. These ballista things, they're not too good. You're better going for the cannons. Right there, the wall's going down. So it's about 65%, but they used up about half their arrows. So they're going to go down there and should be able to get troops now inside the walls. We've got the merchant cavalry militia and we've got the border horse light. So as I said before, I've got the 2 units of Highland Noble and I've got the English heavy billmen. So obviously we can't recruit English heavy billmen or any English troops off the bat. You've got to actually have to capture an English settlement, and then when the population of the city is still like 50%, some sort of ratio, you can build those units then. But when you gradually have more Scottish living in the city, the ability to build units will actually vanish. So that's just broken through right there. I think we're going to probably fire some shots at this wall as well. but I don't think we have enough arrows to actually break through that wall. So the weather's quite good for Scotland again, and they're getting shot by that tower. So we're going to basically press forward now. I think we're just going to attack straight off. We're going to put everything in the castle. Put our archers here. Highlanders, okay, Highlanders group 2. Put these guys in. The pike forward. Cavalry forward. And put these guys forward. I think I'm going to charge in the cavalry straight off. So town militia versus spear militia, we will have the advantage on the stats. Get these guys to fight the Welsh skirmishers, they have javelins. We're just going to charge everything in. I don't want to get outflanked here, so we're going to charge in these guys. They're probably going to lose. Since defeat is a distinct possibility, we're just going to hold this side so we don't get our main force outflanked. We've got our militia cavalry in there as well. They're going to push forward. Let's see if we can engage the general's bodyguard. They're going to rout there, just the sheer numbers of troops. Pull back the general's bodyguard, and we're going to fight the Welsh skirmishers. So we've got Pike here. These guys are going to fight the general's bodyguard. The Pike will have the advantage versus the cavalry. Some of these guys can just shelter him. Just shelter him there. And those shelter him are in the perfect position. They're going to pull in the cavalry. We're going to push forward the Pike as well. And to be honest, once the general goes right there, it's going to be game over. They've got nothing now to fight us with. Is there anything in the centre? Nah. So we're going to push everything forward now, really fast. We've got the cavalry. Their general's taken out. We've got Wallace. It's effectively... Who are they fighting? So there's some spear militia right there. We're going to put in the pike. Start attacking these guys. And they're going to effectively run through our troops. And they won't fight back. They'll just die. So that's the battle over. That's us taking the city. They do have a couple units of Welsh skirmishers. We'll check out the skins on these guys. Basically nothing too special. They're just bog standard, padded leather. Almost like spear militia. We'll check out the English heavy bowmen. Or the Scottish heavy bowmen. They're just basically head to toe in armour. No shield. Good weapon. A little bit lacking on the defence. Maybe versus arrows. We've got our 2 units of Highland nobles. We've got Wallace in the forest. There's Wallace right there. I noticed there's a unit over here on the map. I don't think they're dead yet. Where is it? Well, that'll be the catapult, won't it? Okay, we'll check out the centre. Everything's going to attack. We're going to pull over the cavalry to get the outflank. And there's our town militia, and they're fairly winded. So you're getting pulled forward the cavalry. And that's basically the centre 1. So there's a unit of catapults right there. We're going to send over the catapult. And they're actually firing against us. Okay, there's some sort of trebuchet maker right there. I really do love the medieval Total War cities. They've done the skins really well. I do agree, it's not a perfect game. Some issues with sieges, especially in combat. Trying to fight the right unit. But in terms of playability, it's much better than Empire Napoleon. It's got the same engine as Rome 1. But in my opinion, it still is a great game. Not as good as Rome 1, but it's a really good, enjoyable game. Even by modern standards, these skins are like really good for the towns. It's really interesting, really well done. I love the the landscape with the trees and the grass and everything. So that's the cavalry fighting the artillery. They're gonna win, and that's us captured the city. So there's only one city left to get captured. I think that's Nottingham. So Wallace is I'm gonna keep Wallace in the city at Shrewsbury. I'll repair the walls. Occupy, repair the walls. Okay, repair walls, and we will build city watch, armorer, and not going to bother building roads. We're a bit far away. Roads would probably benefit enemies more than us. We've got our other army here attacking Nottingham, and basically we attack that city, we win, we gain 25 regions, and we'll actually fulfill victory conditions for this campaign. Captured everything else up to now. There's quite a large Brigands army right there. They're not really a threat for York. Don't really have too much there to defend, to fight against rather. I might actually build a couple more extra units of wood heavy pike just in case. 2 heavy pike. Got everything else. The English right there. Large fleets, but not really that much in terms of armies anymore. They do have a couple of cities in Ireland, but if you just look at the map, we basically control all of Scotland and northern England. Fortunately, we're actually under siege now by the Welsh. That was going to happen, I guess. They're fighting against Chester right there, and they've got an army on Castletown. But obviously, we've only got one more city to get. If we capture Nottingham, it's effectively going to be the game won for us.